सर अब बात करती है नहीं सर आपको रीड मोड में करके करना पड़ेगा लेकिन वो आपका लिंक खुल रहा है आप रीड मोड में क्लिक करोगे ना जब तब करोगे तब पूरा खुल रहा है अदरवाइज आधा खुल रहा है चैट जीपीटी खोलिए हाउ टू रिप्लाई कर दे उसी चैट जीपीटी से करता है यार प्रोफेशनल लगना चाहिए मैसेज तेरा देख स्क्रीनशॉट पे खेला कर स्क्रीनशॉट दिया उस चैट में जा जिस चैट में मैं बात कर रहा था थोड़ी देर पहले
Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of our travel partners, and thank you for taking the time to join us today. I am Pradnya. I am the General Manager Products for SWT CLUB, which is the global DMC. And today's webinar is dedicated to one of the most beautiful destinations, Switzerland. And we are delighted to have Swiss Tourism partnering with us today for today's session. It's my pleasure to introduce our speaker, Mr. Amay Kamath. He will be taking us through the key attractions, unique experiences, suggested itineraries that will help us confidently promote Switzerland. So I encourage everybody to stay engaged throughout the session, and if you have any question and answers, we will take it at the end of the session. Okay. Without further ado, I will like to hand over the session to Amay. Over to you, Amay. You can just take it ahead. We'll start because we've already waited for almost 6 minutes. Thank you.
हर तरीके के लिंक पे ज्वाइन करना एक शर्त है वो रीड मोड पे क्लिक करके करना पड़ेगा तब मैंने पूरा नहीं तो आधा
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much, Pradnya. It's a pleasure to be part of this training for the SWT Club sub-agents and team. Would be my pleasure to showcase a little bit of Switzerland to you guys so that you can sell it better to your clients and showcase different aspects of the destination. May I also, I will just share my screen, Pradnya, if you don't mind.
Yes, sure.
I think you need to unshare yours.
Abhishek, can you just stop the screen share? Yes, it's done.
Yeah, just sharing my screen. Is the presentation visible?
Yes, we can see
it. So good afternoon, everybody. Once again, my name is Ameya. I'm the travel trade manager for Switzerland Tourism in India. We are the official NTO representing Switzerland as a travel destination in the India market. Our main objective here is to promote, market the destination showcase our wonderful offerings through a wide variety of channels, such as this training platform, to assist the trade in selling it better to their clients. I look after all the B2B activities for leisure travel across India, and it will be my pleasure to take you through Switzerland. Right, so welcome again. It's great to be a part of this presentation. As I mentioned, that's me. I'm the travel trade manager at Switzerland Tourism in India. And just to, sorry, I will have to reshare my screen. I'm sorry. I just realized I hadn't shared the sound. Yeah, can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, so just to get you into the mood for Switzerland, I have a nice video to start off the proceedings. May I request you, whoever is not presenting, to mute this sound, please? Thank you. So, just in a nutshell, this video kind of highlights our strategy in the market. It's important for us to promote Switzerland as a 365 days in a year destination because it's a fantastic destination to experience during the summers as well as the other seasons, including autumn and winter, where every time you visit across different seasons, the experience it changes. So that is the main objective. And before we start, a little brief about Switzerland. We're located pretty centrally in Europe, where four languages are spoken. So in the central part of Switzerland, they speak Swiss German. Towards the western part, where you have Geneva, Montreux, etc., the Geneva region, they speak French. Towards the southern part of Switzerland, they speak Italian. And towards the eastern part of Switzerland, they speak a local dialect called Romansh. But what's really interesting for you to note for your clients is that English is pretty much spoken across the country, whether it's a shop, a restaurant, at the hotel, you'll always find English speaking people. The signs are always in English, train timings are in English, so it helps you navigate the country better. There are no language barriers, and the people who know and understand English as a language are very happy to communicate with it as well. India, of course, has been in love with Switzerland for the longest time, right from the 1960s, when the first Bollywood movie Sangam was shot in Switzerland, the first Bollywood movie to be shot in Switzerland, and then the love affair with the destination began. And then, of course, iconic movies like DDLJ were also shot there. And then, when people saw the landscape, the natural surroundings, the aspiration to travel and visit those destinations, to see the shooting locations, etc., came into being, and that's how tourism basically, boomed into Switzerland. It's also constantly been a celebrity hotspot. So you name the celebrity, whether you're talking about Shah Rukh Khan, Virat Kohli, Priyanka Chopra, they've all visited Switzerland. They've all put up pictures on social media, then created that aspiration, and then people always were inspired to travel there. But yes, it's primarily a very mesmerizing country when you visit. You have panorama, amazing views all around, crystal clear blue lakes, snow-capped mountain peaks, nature, greenery, and of course, very easy to commute, whether you opt for self-drive or through one of our very convenient panoramic trains, one of the most easiest destinations to navigate. We're also famous for a lot of things. Our cows are very, very popular. People love getting pictures clicked with them. We're the land of chocolates. Swiss chocolates are iconic, especially brands like Lindt and Maison. We're also the land of cheeses, so every canton, every region in Switzerland has its own local cheese speciality, and a lot of people love purchasing it and bringing it back home. And yes, we're also the land of watchmaking. So you name the brand, it has its origination point in Switzerland. So whether you're talking about Rolex or Rado, Tissot, they all are Swiss watches, and that's also something that excites a lot of clients when they visit. But we are so much more, as you saw in the video. We want to highlight Switzerland as an all year round destination with a lot of experiences, activities beyond just scenic views, mountain tops. There's so much more people can do. And we actually have a friendship ambassador to Switzerland that we took to experience these activities. I'm sure you would know Olympic medalist Neeraj Chopra, and these are a few clips from his experiences in Switzerland. Come on, out of your houses. Get on that plane, put on your sunglasses. Let's see what the world got to show. Ditch that 9 to 5 for a while now. Look how happy and wide you smile now. When your hair feels the wind blow. Let's be young and wild today. I'm getting high alive today. I'm getting high alive today. High alive today. We're a destination full of experiences, full of year-round activities, and that's what we want to highlight. So we have amazing mountain excursions. When you go there during each season, the experience in one mountain can also be different across the season. So we have mountain excursions like popular ones such as Jungfrau, Titlis, etc. operational almost throughout the year. Our wonderful scenic trains are operational throughout the year. Along with the panoramic trains, you get these stunning views as you travel. We have brilliant picturesque lake cruises, so clients can sit on board a boat and enjoy the scenery while they relax, and the boat cruises across the lakes and the rivers. And yes, for those that love adventure, we have a plethora of adventure activities as well. So you're talking about rope parks, you're talking about skydiving, bungee jumping, everything can be done in Switzerland. So we have something for everyone, whether it's family travel, solo traveler, backpackers, groups, FITs, adventure junkies, couples, honeymooners, you name it. We have offerings for everybody, and that's something that we're very proud of. Just for your knowledge, this is an important topic that we thought we would cover in this presentation, is that you require a Swiss Schengen visa to enter Switzerland. It is in the form of a sticker that is attached to your passport and gives you access to all the Schengen countries. So for those of you who don't know, the Schengen visa is a diplomatic document. It's not a tourism document. So when it's an agreement between the governments of both countries that to enter and commute or move between both the countries, a visa is required by citizens of India to visit Switzerland, and vice versa for Swiss citizens to visit India. And Switzerland tourism, yes, we have no authority or involvement in the visa process. We can, of course, guide you and give you the information that you require for your applications. But the sole authority of this lies with the visa section. So, if you have any queries pertaining to the visas, it's ideal to reach out to them via their official contact channel, the email ID newdelhi.visa@eda.admin.ch. They also have a web page that has all the updated information. So if you follow all that information as per the requirements, submit all the documents as per the formats that they require, there shouldn't be that much of an issue with regards to visa processing. Once the visa is stamped and ready, clients are easily able to visit Switzerland. And Switzerland is very accessible from India. We lie in the heart of Europe, as they say. We're located conveniently easy to access with by air travel with multiple airlines offering flights either through one layover. We also have direct flights with Swiss International Airlines. That's Switzerland's national air carrier from Delhi, Bombay currently. For those coming in from other countries, there are seamless routes from all the neighboring countries, whether it's Germany, whether it's France, whether it's Italy, as well as the option of driving in through scenic, to the amazing road infrastructure. You have panoramic routes that get you into Switzerland. So very easy to access. But of course, we would love to talk about the direct connectivity. So, Swiss International Airlines, Switzerland's national airline carrier, is the most ideal and convenient way to visit Switzerland. It's part of the Lufthansa group or Lufthansa network and offers multiple connectivity. So, you have daily direct flights with Swiss International Airlines from Bombay and Zurich, from Bombay and Mumbai to Zurich and back. And of course, the other options are even with the Lufthansa network, with flight options to Frankfurt and Munich from Bombay, Delhi, as well as now Hyderabad, Chennai, and Bangalore as well. When we talk about Swiss International Airlines, we say that the Swiss hospitality starts here. So as soon as you board the flight, the traditional Swiss hospitality starts here. Along with the daily connections, of course, they offer categories first, business, and economy. Cuisine on board is not an issue. You have local, global, as well as Indian options, vegetarian, non-vegetarian. Special requirements for diabetics, Jain food, etc., can also be pre-booked. They also have a well-qualified staff on board, including Indian crew. So if there is any doubt, query, or your clients require something on board, they can always reach out to some of the friendliest crew members on board. And that's the epitome of Swiss hospitality. Great update right now. Due to the current Middle East situation, there was a demand for direct flights. So Zurich, a second flight from Delhi was offered by Swiss International Airlines from Delhi to Zurich and back, and hence this will actually be extended until 24th of October and is still bookable on board an Airbus 330. Takes off from Delhi at around 1:40 and arrives in Zurich at 7 p.m. And the return flight from Zurich is at around 12:35 and you arrive around midnight. And fantastic piece of news for them from the winter schedule onwards. Swiss will also be launching a direct flight from Bangalore to Zurich. There'll be 5 connections during the week, except on Mondays and Wednesdays. And it will bring India's IT hub closer to Switzerland. So, the Bangalore flight takes off at around 4:50 a.m. and reaches Zurich at around 10:50 a.m. and the return flight takes off at around 1:20 p.m. and arrives into Bangalore back at around 2:55 a.m. So you have now after the winter schedule starts in say in 20 on 26th October, 3 daily direct flights from India to Zurich and back. Right? So when you land into Switzerland, the first point of entry is Zurich Airport. It's one of the most modern airports in the world, connecting you very easily into the rest of Switzerland as well as other destinations. Has a wide range of services that would benefit clients. So you have duty-free shopping. You have a lot of restaurants, cafes offering different kinds of cuisine. There's also an option to claim back your VAT on shopping at the time of departure. The counter is after the security check-in, and you can take your shopping receipts if you've shopped at a particular place for over 300 Swiss francs and actually fill up the form and get your VAT back. There are also multiple lounge services on offer, including the amazingly comfortable lounges of Swiss International Airlines. So if you have clients visiting, you can even recommend, especially if they fly Swiss, to opt for the lounges on arrival or departure. As soon as you arrive in Zurich, at Zurich Airport, the most convenient aspect about it is that it has easy access to the public transportation network. So the trams, the buses, the trains, they're actually connected to the airport and easily accessible. For the train station, you just exit the arrivals, enter the airport center, go to flights of stairs down, and the platforms are there for you to take. And otherwise, if you go 2 flights of stairs up, the bus and the tram stations are also there. Switzerland is one of the densest, most densely connected countries by public transport, and that's what is one of our great USPs. We're very easy to connect. It's very easy to navigate your way around Switzerland, and very convenient and comfortable to utilize the public transportation network to go around the destination. You have trains at regular intervals. Wherever there is a population of over 100 people, you have either a train, bus, boat, tram, metro, or cable car connecting you to that destination. It covers short distances with ease. There are long options for long distance trains as well, like Zurich to Geneva. They're like at two different ends of the country, but it takes like 2.5 hours just to by train to go from one place to the other. Seat reservations are not required on most occasions. Direct connections to many of the cities and popular destinations are available. And of course, for those that are coming in from other parts of Europe, many interregional and intercity trains are also operating that connect you to that connect you into Switzerland. And how do you do it? All you need is one ticket. This all in one ticket, the Swiss Travel Pass, gives you easy access to Switzerland's public transportation network. Just to give you a little glimpse, we have a video. Let's be young and wild today. I'm getting high alive today. I'm getting high on life today. So what are the benefits of the Swiss Travel Pass? So the Swiss Travel Pass is an all-in-one ticket that's valid for either 3, 4, 6, 8 or 15 days. This gives you access to the entire public transportation network within the validity period that you choose, and it's now available as an e-copy. So you no longer have to print out tickets. You can have a PDF of it saved on your phone or your tablet, and anytime the ticket checker comes, you just have to show it. They'll scan the QR code, and that's about it. It's a value for money option for clients visiting Switzerland, especially the FITs, because most of the journeys are covered fully with the Swiss Travel Pass. Selected panoramic trains are also included within the Swiss Travel Pass. You have uh, three mountain excursions included with the Swiss Travel Pass, as well as discounted on all the others. So Rigi, Stanzerhorn, and Stoss near the Lucerne region are actually free of cost with the Swiss Travel Pass, and then other popular mountains like Mount Titlis, Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, Glacier 3000, etc. 50% discount, while Jungfrau York is at a 25% discount. The Swiss Travel Pass also grants you admission into 500 museums free of cost, including very popular attractions like the FIFA Museum in Zurich, the Olympic Museum in Lausanne, the Einstein Museum in Bern, etc. So you have this value for money ticket that gives you a lot of benefits, and you can actually maximize it when you're in Switzerland. And the best part about it is children travel free of cost. So kids under the age of 16 travel free of cost. If the child is aged between 6 and 16, all the parents have to do is show their Swiss Travel Pass at the train ticket counter. And get a Swiss family card free of cost, and then the kids can travel for free, and under 6 is any which way free with the parents. And it's a flexible card suitable for various customer needs. Either you can buy a continuous Swiss Travel Pass for the validity period of 3, 4, 6, 8, and 15 days, or there's an option of a Flex Pass, which can be valid for the same amount of time, but you can actually choose the dates that you want to make avail of the Swiss Pass, and that's valid within a month. So you have multiple ways that the Swiss Travel Pass can work for your clients, and depending on their requirement and the way they're traveling, you can recommend it or purchase it accordingly. The first destination that we would like to talk to you about is Zurich. So as you arrive at the Zurich airport, within 13 minutes by train, you're at the heart of Zurich city. Zurich city is one of Switzerland's largest city with over 400,000 people residing there. It is home to around 50 museums, 100 art galleries, numerous concert halls, an opera house, many theaters. It's a cultural hub within Switzerland. It's a mix of urban meets historical, and it also gives you access to a wide range of experiences around Switzerland. In fact, a lot of day trips can be made to other popular locations like Lucerne or Interlaken from Zurich as well. Zurich is a great city to explore, to see how modern city has kind of infused with traditional Swiss culture. So the first point of entry is always to visit the old town of Zurich. It's located right near the station. You go through the narrow cobblestone alleyways, these beautiful old buildings, boutiques, shops, restaurants all around. You have wonderful churches. You have the lakeside promenade. Great way to explore the city. My favorite thing to do is just walk around on foot. For those that don't walk around on want to walk, they also can use the Swiss travel pass to board any of the lake or river cruises. Sit back, relax, enjoy all the popular highlights on a boat. So that's a great way of doing it. Or for somebody who wants to do something very unique, you can even opt for an e-tuk-tuk experience. So this is bookable through the Zurich Tourism Board or directly via the e-tuk-tuk experience platform. Multiple tour options where you're put on this electronic tuk-tuk car, and they take you on a journey across Zurich, tell you various facts and stories about the city. And sometimes you can also add a culinary element. So for special cases, they do like fondue tuk-tuk experiences, raclette tuk-tuk experiences. So you can even factor in these unique activities during that journey. For those that enjoy shopping, the main station, Bahnhofstrasse, is a shopper's paradise. As you walk along, you can come across numerous known as well as local brands. So right from your high-end brands like your Armani, Gucci, to brands that people are now purchasing like Zara, Mango, etc. To local brands, to food options, to numerous restaurants. Everything can be found at Bahnhofstrasse, so it's a great place to factor in shopping when your clients are there. As mentioned, there are over 50 museums in Zurich, and some of the most popular ones are the FIFA World Football Museum, which is an insight into the beautiful sport. You have the actual World Cups of men and women's football on display there. It's an interactive museum with a lot of memorabilia that can be seen, including Lionel Messi's Qatar World Cup winning jersey. Other museums include the Wow Museum, which is a museum of illusions, the Zurich National Museum, which is the history museum, as well as the Kunsthaus for those that are interested in culture and art. Out of which the Kunsthaus, FIFA Museum, and the Zurich National Museum are actually included with the Swiss Travel Pass. One of the most popular highlights is in a small town in the suburbs of Zurich called Kilchberg, and that is the Lindt home of chocolate. It is an AV-backed experience into the story of one of the most popular brands of chocolate in the world, that's Lindt. So as soon as you enter, a huge 9-meter chocolate fountain greets all the guests. In the picture, you can see there's actually chocolate flowing through it. And on the purchase of your entrance ticket, you get an audio guide, and you can do a complete guided tour, self-guided tour, which gives you a history of chocolate. And as you go into the different areas, there's also a chance of sampling some of Lindt's chocolates as well. Specifically for those that want a different experience, you can even undertake a chocolate making workshop, which needs to be pre-booked. This one seats up to 60 people, and under the guidance of a master chocolatier, you can actually build your own bar and take it back as a souvenir. And they also have the famous Lindt chocolate shop in-house, so it's 500 square meters, one of the largest in Europe. And you can get some fantastic deals on chocolates and find some very unique products that you may not find outside the home of chocolate available for purchase here. For those that are looking for a unique offbeat activity in Zurich, you can even opt for Zurich's home mountain, Uetliberg. So Uetliberg is a short 35-minute train ride, which is included in the Swiss Travel Pass, that takes you to the base station of the mountain. Then it's a short 15-minute walk uphill. where you get to this amazing viewing platform of where you can see the lake, the rivers, the entire city, and get some fantastic pictures in as well. They also have a hotel on top called the Utokul. So if you have clients who are looking for a more luxurious experience, this four-star hotel on top is a very nice option. Imagine it, you feel like you're in your own private villa under the stars. It's absolutely quiet, and you can walk around, enjoy the entire ambience of this place. Yeah. Then the next destination that we'll cover is Lucerne. So Lucerne is again one more very popular destination for our market. It's on the banks of Lake Lucerne, and then it's surrounded by some amazing mountains, which can actually be a part of the experience there. So many excursions are very popular in the India market, especially Titlis, Pilatus, Rigi, and these are all mountains located very close to Lucerne. Lucerne is around 1 hour by train from the main station at Zurich. It's called the gateway to central Switzerland because it gives you access to a lot of mountain excursions and destinations in the central part of Switzerland. The iconic landmarks that people love to go and visit are the Chapel Bridge, the Water Tower, the Lion Monument, the famous Jesuit Church, and the Reformation or the Mosaic Wall. It also gives you access to many mountain excursions. So when you explore Lucerne, of course, the starting point is the Chapel Bridge and Water Tower. It's one of the iconic symbols of Lucerne. This wooden bridge that connects you from the city to the old town. Uh, and as you walk by, you learn about the story of Lucerne as well as the bridge and how in the early 90s it actually caught fire and then got restored. Then there's a short walk from there to the iconic Lion Monument, which is a stone carving dedicated to the Swiss soldiers that died during the French Revolution. And then you can walk around Old Town, which is beautiful. Again, cobblestone streets, amazing old buildings, beautiful art and paintings around the buildings, wonderful shops, restaurants, boutiques. And then for those that don't want to walk, they can take the Swiss Pass, hop onto any of the cruises on Lake Lucerne, and explore the entire region, just relaxing, sitting, maybe grabbing a coffee or a meal on board. That's a great experience. For those that want a more experiential uh, uh, visit you can also visit the Swiss Museum of Transport. It's located around 12 minutes from the main station by bus. It's what we call an all-weather excursion. So many times when your clients are in Lucerne, sometimes it's snowing, sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's windy. The weather is not that great. The best thing to do is opt to visit the Museum of Transport. It's a huge museum dedicated to mobility, technology, communication. It highlights a lot of different kinds of transport, like land, water, air, and even space. And you can interact with the exhibit. So they have a vintage car museum. You can see a variety of luxury cars just with the press of a button. They have all these interactive games, including an F1 simulator. Uh, they also have a chocolate adventure ride that tells you about the story of Lindt in Switzerland, and then when you exit straight into the Lindt shop where you can buy some chocolates. They also have a media room, which is like how you see yourself on a news channel. You can interact with a lot of exhibits there. You also have a lot of VR experiences, and the entry to the Museum of Transport is 50% off with the Swiss Travel Pass. Then from Lucerne, use your Swiss Travel Pass, hop on board the Lucerne Engelberg Express, and within 43 minutes, you're in the beautiful village of Engelberg, which is the home of the iconic Mount Titlis. It's a popular destination in the summer for outdoor enthusiasts, as well as a great ski destination for winter travelers. It's a beautiful, picturesque, traditional Swiss village, and it's also home to a very ancient monastery called the Benedictine Monastery. This place is very unique. You can visit it. You can see how the monks in the monastery live. They do a guided tour in English that can be pre-booked, and it's a very interesting story to learn. And they also have a cheese making cheese dairy in house, and you can actually participate in the cheese making process. You can buy a lot of local produce from there, so you can always factor this in when you are doing the Mount Titlis excursion. And of course, when you visit Mount Titlis, which is one of the most popular mountains for our market, you traverse to the summit, with a cable car to Trubzi, and then from there up to the top on the world's first revolving cable car, the Rotaire. You have the famous suspension bridge, the Titlis Cliff Walk on top, which you can go and walk across. You see beautiful views of the surrounding mountains and the valleys there. The ticket also includes one ride on the Ice Flyer, which is a which is a ski lift. Gives you the feeling of flying. They also have this beautiful glacier cave under the glacier on Mount Titlis, which is always at -4 degrees centigrade. It's a world of ice and snow, and it's definitely recommended. And then when you move to the midpoint station, when you're moving back, you can head to the midpoint station of Trubzi, where you have the true mountaintainment. So in the summer, you have activities like rowing, bag jump, curling, etc. There's a kids play area, and in the winter, it's a paradise for winter activities like tubing, snowmobile rides, snow karts, skiing, etc. And what's really interesting now is that as of 22nd June 2026, the new Titlis Tower is officially open. So it's a new structure on top of the mountain, with, which takes you 3,000 meters above sea level to amazing views and even better views of the surrounding region. On top, you have a restaurant, a bar, an exhibition space, fine dining, as well as a Rolex showroom. And when you go to the observation deck, you have one of the most amazing unobstructed views of the entire region. And that is something that is recommended to clients if you want to enhance their experience on the Titlis Tower, on Mount Titlis, is give them an opportunity to go up and see the view from the Titlis Tower as well.
3,020 meters above sea level, a peak untouched by time, standing for decades in silence until a new vision appears above the horizon, forged by pioneers, built against the impossible. The voice begins to rise, to break the silence. Are you ready for the awakening? Titlis, the peak to be.
Yeah. So along with Mount Titlis, there are some other excursions that are popular for your clients. One is, especially if they have Swiss travel passes, because these three mountain excursions are actually included in the Swiss travel pass. One is Mount Rigi. They call her the Queen of the Mountains. It's one of the most sought after and one of the first mountain excursions to Switzerland in Switzerland. It's a great option to combine a boat as well as a train journey to go up there. So you travel by boat from Lucerne to a place called Fitznau, and from there up by cogwheel train, and you have stunning views of the lake and the city. They have some nice food restaurants and food options up on top, and you can do multiple activities like hiking during the summer as well as skiing during the winter. The other mountain located very close to Lucerne is Cabrio Stanzerhorn. So the Stanzerhorn mountain is, you have to take the train from Lucerne to a small village called Stans. An old funicular takes you within 10 minutes to the base, to the midpoint station, from where you take this very unique double-decker cable car up to the top of the mountain for stunning views of the entire region. The double-decker open-air cable car is absolutely one of the most unique experiences, especially when you have a clear sunny day. You can go up and have an unobstructed view of the region as you go up all the way up to the mountain. There you have some flower trails. You have a revolving restaurant, and once again, stunning views of the region. The third mountain is called Mount Stoss. Stoss is ascended up on the steepest funicular in the world, and the aerodynamics and the design of the funicular is such that although it rotates and takes you up, you still feel like you're standing still. And it takes you at a very steep gradient up, and you have amazing views of the Brunnen Valley and at the other side of the Lake Lucerne region. You have some great restaurants for local cuisine up on top, especially fondue. And if there are two hotels up on top as well, so if you want to offer some unique stay experiences, this is a great option. And these three mountains, Rigi, Stanshorn, and Stoss, they're included with the Swiss Travel Pass. Then, once you complete your journey in Lucerne, all you need to do is take your Swiss Travel Pass and hop on the Lucerne Interlaken Express. It's a panoramic train journey that takes you from Lucerne all the way to another popular destination, Interlaken. You see the mountains, you see the lakes as you go, and once you're in Interlaken, you are in the in a destination that is called the adventure capital of Switzerland. It's also a very prominent access point to popular mountain attractions such as Schilthorn and Jungfraujoch. So Interlaken, of course, easily accessible from Lucerne, 1 hour 50 minutes on board the Lucerne Interlaken Express. But now even you have direct trains from Zurich Airport that bring you to Interlaken without any changes in Bern. So you have 6 connections daily, every 2 hours. It starts at 7 a.m. from Interlaken and 10:45 a.m. from the airport. So when you have clients flying in, especially to Zurich, you can keep this in mind. Clients going back to Zurich from Interlaken, you can keep these points in mind. Interlaken literally translates the word in between two lakes. So the two lakes that is located in between are called the Thun and Brienz. It's also surrounded by the popular three mountains, the Eiger, the Monch, and the Jungfrau, and it's a hub for adventure and is therefore referred to as the adventure capital of Switzerland. It's a popular Bollywood hotspot as well. A lot of Mr. Yash Chopra's movies were shot in Interlaken, and in 2016 they unveiled a bronze statue of him to immortalize him, to commemorate him for all the work that he's put in to promote the destination through his movies. It's located at the Kursal Casino and Convention Center, right at the center of Interlaken. Great way of exploring Interlaken. It's a short. One would be on foot. It's a very short, small. It's a very small town. You can walk from the east station to the west station in maybe 20-25 minutes. But if you hop on any of the boats operated by BLS Interlaken Lake Cruise, whether it's on Lake Thun or Lake Brienz, it gives you panoramic views. You get to sit comfortably, enjoy a meal or a beverage on board. You get to see all the popular highlights of the region, and all you need is your Swiss travel pass through which you can hop on and hop off the boat. So it's a great experience to factor in when your clients are there, especially if it's day one and when they don't want to do mountain excursions on day one, you can always say just hop on board the boat. It is the adventure hub, as I mentioned earlier. So clients that enjoy soft adventure, they can opt for something like jet boat on Lake Brienz, which is a speedboat journey that takes you at high speeds across the lake. Lots of 360-degree turns, spills, chills, and thrills. We have a rope park, which is also interesting, and it's fun. Helps people bring out their inner Tarzans with things like zip lining and rope walks. You can also do a lot of hiking in Interlaken. If you're into hardcore adventure, then paragliding, skydiving, canyoning, bungee jumping, a lot of different adventure activities available. And for clients that enjoy water sports, they can do things like paddle boating, kayaking, whitewater rafting, all in and around the Interlaken holiday region. But let's get to the excursions that clients love to do. So the first ones are the amazing ones offered by Jungfrau Railways. The first, of course, most popular one is Jungfraujoch, top of Europe. The top of Europe, meaning it is the highest cable car station in Europe. Sorry, it's the highest railway station in Europe. The route, there are two routes, technically three routes. One, you can opt for the classic scenic train journey, which takes you from Interlaken East, either via Lauterbrunnen or Grindelwald. In 2 hours 15 minutes, you're on the top of Europe. Or you can opt for the Eiger Express, which is the tri-cable gondola launched in 2020 by the Jungfrau Railways. This one takes you from the Interlaken East station by train to the Grindelwald terminal, which is a brand new terminal. Looks like a swanky airport. From there, you take the tri-cable gondola to Eiger Glacier Station, where you catch the train to top of Europe. The benefit of this journey is that you're saving 47 minutes both ways. So your entire journey from Interlaken East to Jungfraujoch, top of Europe, and back is now you actually now save 1.5 hours almost when you embark on that journey. So your clients can actually complete the excursion, come back down with the tri-cable gondola, and they actually have some more time to explore Interlaken or any of the surrounding destinations there. On top of Europe, you have the Alpine Sensation. So that is the place where you see the entire history and story of the mountain, as well as the giant snow globe, which is a representation of the complete region. They have a beautiful ice palace inside as well. Another world of ice and snow. It's very magical, different sculptures. In fact, Neeraj Chopra also has his javelin embedded in the ice on display there. So it's a really cool thing to see when you go on into the ice palace. When you go make your way to the observation deck, you get to see a lot of different mountain peaks around. You get to see the Jungfrau also up close and in person, and you also get a bird's eye view to the Alich Glacier, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And then when you make your way down to the glacier plateau, that's where you can actually play in the snow. It's a great place to do sledging, tubing during the winter. During the summer, they have a great zip line activity for those that enjoy adventure. And of course, it's a place where people click the most pictures in the snow. For more adventure-seeking clients, if they're looking for a thrilling experience, then they can even opt for Grindelwald Fierce Top of Adventure. This is the adventure mountain of Switzerland. If you take the train from Interlaken East to Grindelwald, it's around 30-35 minutes, and it's a short walk up to the base station from where you take a cable car and you reach the top of the mountain excursion at within 25 minutes. So the first thing that people do is opt for the Fierce Cliff Walk by Tissot. It's a suspension bridge along the cliffs of the mountain, and then it takes you to a viewing point of the Eiger North Face and the beautiful valley around it. For those that enjoy adventure, they have a whole host of adventure activities. So it's great to first take the cable car up, uh, see the views, and then up to come down with any of the adventure activities. You can do the first flyer, first glider, zip line, opt for trotty biking or mountain carts. And these can be booked either as a package which includes all activities, or you can even opt for one or two of them. You can reach out to your suppliers for this particular thing, and they'll be able to assist you here. For a mountain excursion that's short and closer to Interlaken, that would be Interlaken's home mountain called Hardekulm, top of Interlaken. Here, the base station is located around 5 to 7 minutes walk from Interlaken East Station, and then a funicular takes you within 10 minutes to Hardekulm, top of Interlaken, where you have a beautiful view of the two lakes, Thun and Brienz, the village of Interlaken, and as well as the surrounding mountains. It's a great place, especially in the summer, to enjoy the sunset, have a meal on top. They offer local cuisine. Their fondue is supposed to be spectacular. They also offer Indian food up there, so your clients are pretty much comfortable and they can enjoy stunning views and a great meal at the same time. Then, if you want to do something different, something unique, then you can opt for the Schilthorn excursion as well. So Schilthorn is one of the only excursions in Switzerland that takes you to the top of a mountain peak, and there you have a stunning 360-degree unobstructed view of the entire Jungfrau region. You can see all three mountains, the Eiger, the Monch, and the Jungfrau from here as well, and on the clear day all the way up to the Black Forest in Germany as well as the Mont Blanc in France. Just to give you a glimpse of the Schilthorn experience.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine. Coming through every day.
Yeah. So what's new with Schilthorn? Now, when you reach there, you have to basically take the train from Interlaken East to Lauterbrunnen. From Lauterbrunnen, a short 20-minute bus ride to the base station at Steckelberg. Steckelberg to Muren can now be ascended on the steepest cable car in the world. It travels up on a gradient of 159.4% and takes you to Murin directly, no longer a stop in Gimmelwald. And from Murin to Berg, you travel to on a brand new Funifer. And from Berg to Murin, the Funifer takes you then. From Berg to Shilton, the brand new Funifer takes you there, and you get to. And then when you're up there, you're almost 3,000 meters above sea level. So Shilton stands at 2,790 meters above sea level. The original journey before the steepest cable car came into play was around 35 minutes long. Now the journey is cut short to 22 minutes. At 2,970 meters above sea level, you have amazing views of the surrounding mountains, the region. You have where you can see the Swiss skyline and get some fantastic pictures clicked. And you also have a revolving restaurant called Pete's Gloria on top. So here you can have the famous Shilton brunch, which is an all-you-can-eat buffet from 8 a.m. in the morning to 2 p.m. in the afternoon. You can also order a la carte. They have some Indian dishes available, as well as some amazing options for fast food like burgers. And when you descend to the station below Shilton Berg, you can enjoy the skyline walk as well as the thrill walk suspension bridge, which are really fun activities and give you great views of the valley below as well. So this is something definitely recommended to your clients. Or if you want to do something offbeat, you can even explore the car-free village of Murin. Here you have some stay options as well, including the Murin Palace, which is the brand new launched 4-star Superior Hotel. And if your clients are looking for an experience where in a destination where there are no cars, it's quiet, it's peaceful, you can definitely recommend Murin to them as well. Then once you've completed your journey at the Interlaken holiday region, all you need is your Swiss travel pass once again, and you can hop on board one of the most popular and iconic panoramic train journeys, the Golden Pass Express. So this is the famous DDLJ train, and from Interlaken make your way to Montreux in the Lake Geneva region. So you're moving from the alpine, snow-capped, German-speaking part of Switzerland to the lakeside setting Mediterranean climate of the Lake Geneva region. And it takes only 3 hours 15 minutes now. It's a direct train connection to Montreux from Interlaken. It operates year round. There are 3 classes of travel. You have the first class, the second class, and the prestige class. Seat reservations are not mandatory on this train for first and second class, although it is recommended especially during peak season. And the prestige class has a separate cost altogether. If your clients want a meal on board, they can be pre-booked as well. The prestige class is the brand new, it's like a business class category coach that has been added to the Glacier Express. It offers large windows, elevated seats, reclinable, rotatable seats. The seats also heated. You have onboard catering with a very exclusive menu, and it costs only CHF 49 to upgrade if you are a first class Swiss travel pass holder. The Lake Geneva region is fantastic because it's on the banks of the famous Lake Geneva, as we know it, or the Lac du Léman, as the Swiss know it as. The Lake Geneva region is the French-speaking part of Switzerland, slightly warmer. It's also surrounded by mountains, but it's also home to the Labo Vineyards, which are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it has 3 very popular destinations for the India market, especially Lausanne, Montreux, and Vevey. So a great way to explore the region is again using your Swiss travel pass. You hop on any of the cruises, hop off, it takes you to all the popular attractions. You can enjoy not only the Swiss part of the cruise, but if you look on the other side, you can also see France. So you enjoy the best of both worlds, and you can be sitting on the boat and enjoying a cup of coffee. A great excursion option from either of the regions either of the destinations in the Lake Geneva region is Glacier 3000. So it's a high experience driven mountain. It has snow throughout the year. So if you have clients interested in seeing snow even during the summer, this is a great option. if your clients are staying in either Montreux, Lausanne, Vevey, or even Stade, it's very easy to access from there. All you need to do is take the train from Montreux. It takes you to this little village called Les Diablerets. From Les Diablerets, it's a short 15-minute bus journey to the base station Cordoue, and then a cable car journey all the way up to the top. Great way to enjoy the snow, especially for groups. If you book in advance, you can do it on the snow bus that you see in the picture. For FITs, you can even do the Husky dog sled ride, but this has to be booked predominantly 2 weeks in advance, and it only takes place during the winter. Adventure seekers have the alpine coaster as an option, especially when the weather is clear. It's a great place to get your adrenaline running. Opt for the alpine coaster. You also have the peak walk by Tissot. So as you go further up, you have the only suspension bridge that connects two different mountain peaks. Here you see multiple mountains, 3,000 meters, over 3,000 meters above sea level. So from here you can see the Eiger, the Munch, and the Jungfrau. You can also see the Matterhorn, the Mont Blanc, the Italian Alps, and the view is absolutely stunning and actually recommended during winter where everything is covered with a blanket of snow. They also have a snow park when the snow is good. You can do activities like tubing, sledding, and even learn to ski experiences. The first destination I would like to cover from the Lake Geneva region is Lausanne, the Olympic city. This is the headquarters of the International Olympic Committee, and it's one of the most beautiful cities in Switzerland with the lakeside setting and the traditional houses. Of course, the Old Town is one of the most popular places to explore. You can walk across the terraces all the way up to the cathedral that you can see in the picture. As you climb to the top of the cathedral, you get a stunning view of the entire city and the lake. For those that enjoy shopping, fine dine, great nightlife, they have a special quarter there called the Quarter du Flan. So this quarter actually has the highest density of Michelin star restaurants in Europe. This is even more than Paris. There's some amazing shopping opportunities, some great cafes and restaurants. So when you do a day trip to Lausanne, you can even factor all of this in. You can also visit the Olympic Museum free with the Swiss Pass. It's an interactive exhibition about the amazing historical legendary Olympic Games. You can interact with these different exhibits, learn about the athletes that have achieved greatness, learn about the sports that have been part of the Olympics, learn the story of the sports personality, and it also has memorabilia connected to India. So Dhyan Chand's hockey stick, Mary Com's gloves, even Neeraj's javelin are on display here, and and especially when the weather is kind of cloudy, it's rain, it's a great place to visit because you're indoors all the time. In Montreux, of course, it's the resort town of the Lake Geneva region. Some fantastic hotels surrounded by vineyards, the lakeside setting, palm trees, flowers everywhere, a lot of different activities, different restaurants, cafes. Uh, you can explore the lakeside promenade either by boat or by walking. They have some amazing shopping options here as well. They also have the casino in Montreux where you can go and try your luck. With the Swiss Pass, you can also visit the Chior Castle, Europe's most photographed castle. It is a historical building where the Savoys of the 13th and 14th century lived, so you can see a lot of different paintings, sculptures, take the audio guide, learn the story, visit the dungeons, visit the wine cellars, learn how they lived, what the situation was like then, and of course get some amazing viewing points of the lake from the top of the windows in the castle. If you're looking for a more local experience, you can also opt for Rocher des Nais. So Rocher des Nais is the home mountain of Montreux, around 55 minutes from Montreux by cogwheel train, 50% off with the Swiss Pass. As you go up, you enter into a world with beautiful flowers and fantastic views of the town of Montreux. But what's really unique is if you do this excursion during the winter, they call Rocher des Nais the second home of Santa Claus. So there's this entire Christmas setup, and especially if families travel, they can even interact with Santa Claus and of course and enjoy the winter Christmas feels. And in the summer, of course, if you enjoy hiking and views, then this is one of the most amazing offbeat excursions that are possible. Vevey is not far from Montreux or Lausanne. It's in fact located right in between, within 15 minutes from Montreux and within 25 to 30 minutes from Lausanne. You enter a small town that is famous for for being two things. One, the headquarters for Nestle, and two, the home of iconic actor, director, writer, producer Charlie Chaplin. So there are a lot of different activities you can do. You can, of course, visit the home of Charlie Chaplin. The excursion is the museum is called Chaplin's World. It's 15 minutes by bus from the main station at Vevey, where you were transported into the home of Charlie Chaplin, where you get to see his entire estate as it was converted into this interactive museum. You get to see all the iconic characters that he played, all the iconic movies that he was a part of, and then make your way to his home and see where he wrote his scripts, made his films, etc. You can also go onto the lakeside promenade, explore the old town, try your hand at activities like paddle boating, and of course, also at one of the iconic restaurants at the lakeside and enjoy a great meal as well. Once you complete your journey across Lake Geneva region, a short train ride takes you to one of the most international cities in Switzerland, and that is Geneva. Geneva is also part of the French speaking region of Switzerland. It is Switzerland's most international city. Why? Because it is the international headquarters of the United Nations, the International Committee for the Red Cross, as well as the European Organization for Nuclear Research, or CERN. It's also famous for being the birthplace of watchmaking. Most of your iconic brands like Patek Philippe, for example, have originated in Geneva. Popular highlights in Geneva: visit the old town and the cobblestone streets, the historic buildings, as well as the Cathedral of Saint Peter or Saint Pierre. These are great landmarks. Surrounding these aspects are numerous restaurants and cafes that your clients can enjoy. If you walk by the lakeside promenade, you can also see the iconic water fountain, the Chateau, that shoots water at least 140 meters high and is one of the iconic symbols of Geneva. Use your Swiss pass, hop on any of the lake cruises, get up close and in person with the Chateau, or see all the popular highlights on board the boat. And then you can also visit the UNHQ. So if your clients are interested in beautiful paintings and sculptures, this building houses a lot of them. You also get to learn about the story of the United Nations and get a little bit of facts and figures about what they do there. You can also see multiple delegations from all around the world coming in, going out. So it's a great option to get to know this particular city a little bit more. Other unique ways of exploring Geneva, the watch tour is really interesting. As I mentioned, Geneva is the home of watchmaking, so you can actually opt for a tour which takes you into that history. You'll visit watchmakers, boutique shops, and including iconic watch-based museums like the Patek Philippe Museum, and learn about Geneva's watchmaking history. Then it ends at the famous flower clock in the English Gardens. It's a very unique clock because one, it tells you the correct time because it's uplinked to a satellite in orbit, and two, every season that you go, they have a different decoration for the clock. So it's a great spot to end the tour at. If you like chocolates, and Switzerland is famous for them, Geneva also offers a chocolate flavors tour. So you can either book a guided tour where they take you across all the famous chocolate shops, chocolate spots, chocolate makers, and you get to also sample some goodies on the way. Or you can also buy something from the Geneva tourism website called the Chocolate Pass, which is a pass that allows you to do this tour on your own at your own pace. And if you show it at any of these boutiques, then and if there is a sampling opportunity, then they will assist you with that as well. For clients interested more in winemaking and wine culture, Geneva also is home to vineyards. In the Lau vineyards also come into Geneva. You can explore Geneva through its winemaking culture, where you can actually go to a winemaker's house, learn the art and the skill that they need to make the wines, do a little bit of wine sampling as well, and enjoy that particular aspect of Geneva's culture too. For those that are interested in its watchmaking culture, especially for those clients that are in the luxury space, the Initium, which is a very prominent watch company there, they offer watchmaking courses. So you can actually book a course where, under the guidance of a watchmaker, you can assemble a watch and see the final product. There's an option of assembling the watch and purchasing it, but that would be at an additional cost. But you can definitely, offer your clients that kind of an experience as well. From Geneva, the next destination is not too far away, around 2.5 hours by train. You're in Zermatt. Zermatt is, of course, famous for being the home of the Matterhorn, one of Switzerland's most iconic mountains, the Toblerone mountain. The mountain shape inspired the popular chocolate brand. Zermatt is a car-free village, so there are no fuel-guzzling vehicles that operate there, only certain electric taxis and buses that ferry luggage and passengers around. It's a summer paradise for outdoor enthusiasts if you're interested in hiking and excursions, as well as a winter paradise for people who enjoy skiing. So you have quite a few options here. The best ones, especially for those who want to view the iconic Matterhorn. The first one is the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, which is operated by Zermatt Matterhorn Cableways. It takes you to Europe's highest cable car station, and here you get the most close-up view of the Matterhorn in all of Switzerland. So it's around 55 minutes from the base station by cable car. As soon as you arrive, on the left-hand side you'll find the cinema lounge. So it's a great place to acclimatize yourself, because you're now going. You came from Geneva, you're back to the Alpine peaks, and now you're going over 4,000 meters above sea level. Air is thin. You cannot just get out of the cable car and start running around. It will take a toll on you. So get yourself acclimatized to the thin air here, and then start moving on. You have a beautiful ice palace within the mountain excursion as well. They have some ice sculptures that they do. They do a lot of seasonal and sponsored ice sculptures. So they right from an ice throne that you can sit on and get your picture clicked to an ice sculpture of an Audi once when they had a tie-up with Audi. And then when you go to the observation deck, you can see 38 peaks that are 4,000 meters above sea level, including the closest view of the Matterhorn. What's interesting is, along with their counterparts in Italy, Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, or Zermatt Bergbahnen as they like to be called, created this new crossing that takes you from Zermatt to Cervinia in Italy, or vice versa. So this is the largest alpine crossing in the world, taking you at a 4,000 meter altitude all the way down. It's one of the highest. It is the highest border crossing in the Alps. It showcases not only the Swiss side of the Alps and the Matterhorn, but you can also go down and see the Italian side of the Alps, and you can see how the Matterhorn looks from Italy as well. It's also a very interesting option for those coming into Switzerland from Italy. So from Milan, they can come into Cervinia and take the Matterhorn Alpine crossing up to Zermatt. They also the cable car also offers luggage transfer possibilities, so you can actually come into Switzerland and start your journey from Zermatt. Midpoint station, for those that enjoy snow activities like tubing, skiing, etc., that is possible at the Testa Grecia midpoint. But this is definitely something very unique, that brings you from one country to the other. And if you have clients, you can always recommend this. For those that enjoy more adventurous, active kind of an experience, then you can opt for Sunega Rothorn also. It gives you stunning views of the Matterhorn from a from a distance, as well as surrounding mountain peaks. And then when you go to Sunega, which is the midpoint station, you can even opt for activities like kick biking, mountain karting, and in the winter skiing, snowshoeing, etc. Another great excursion option, which gives you a view of the Matterhorn that is wide angled, and this is the one that comes in most of the photographs across Switzerland, is the journey to Gornegrad. So Gornegrad takes you on an electric cogwheel train from Zermatt within 45 minutes up to Gornegrad. It's operated by Matterhorn Gotthardbahn, and you're slightly over 3,000 meters above sea level. You get over 29 peaks, which are 4,000 meters above sea level, including an amazing view of the Matterhorn. They have a restaurant on top as well as a hotel on top. So if your clients are here and they're looking for a very unique train experience to a viewing point, you can even recommend Gornegrad. Then from Zermatt, you also have access to one of the most iconic panoramic train journeys in Switzerland, and that is the Glacier Express. The Glacier Express is famous for being the slowest express train in the world. It takes you from Zermatt to St. Moritz in 8 hours, and during that time, you cover around 2,000 multiple bridges and over like 91 tunnels as you see a fantastic panoramic landscape around you. So the highlights include, of course, from Zermatt, you make your way to the Rhine Gorge, which is also known as the Grand Canyon of Switzerland, with its amazing views. From there, you make your way through the Landwasser Viaduct, which is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Route, into the luxury destination of St. Moritz. So you have minimum 2 connections a day. During October to December, the Glacier Express is not operational. Uh, for maintenance purposes. A seat reservation is required along with the Swiss Travel Pass. So, Swiss Travel Pass holders don't have to pay the entire ticket price, they just have to pay a seat reservation price. You can even book a meal on board, including an Indian option. Uh, yeah, you also get an audio guide where you get information about the journey in multiple languages, including English. What's new with the Glacier Express is not relatively new, but they've launched a suite category class on board called the Glacier Express Excellence Class. You have uh, you have around 20 seats per day within that coach, and it's a concierge service that's offered. Each passenger has their own window and a single seat. You have a tablet on board for in-flight entertainment. You have a separate entrance with your concierge service, so you have a five-course meal that's served to you throughout the journey with unlimited beverage and wine. They also have a bar on board, so people who want to have a hard drink can also purchase it. Uh, and it's a once in a lifetime experience. So where if you have clients that want to celebrate like an anniversary or a birthday and or do something special, you can definitely recommend it. Uh, the supplementary price for first class Swiss travel pass holders. It's actually 520 francs, at 490. It operates one train a day between December and October, and you need to book this minimum 93 days in advance. In spite of the high price, it's one of the most in-demand experiences in Switzerland, and is almost blocked 97% of the time. So, uh, if you wish to have clients on board this, then you have to reach out to your supplier and ensure that you book it way in advance. The other train option for those that want to move from the eastern alpine regions to the sunny south of Switzerland is also the Bernina Express. So from St. Moritz, the Bernina Express takes you along a UNESCO World Heritage route within 4 hours 20 minutes from Chur to Tirano. And from Tirano to Lugano during the summer months, there's also the Bernina bus that's operational. So if you have clients who want to then move to the Italian part of Switzerland, that is also possible. Along the way, you'll of course have the famous Landwasser Viaduct, which is the UNESCO World Heritage Bridge. You pass through Alpgrum, which is a very beautiful little station which houses a restaurant and a hotel. You have the Brusio Viaduct, which is the circular pathway, which is also something that people enjoy seeing the train go through and get iconic pictures clicked. And yes, finally to Lake Lugano, which is in the Italian part of Switzerland. Bernina Express offers you connections in both directions in summer and winter. The Bernina bus is only operational during March to October. As you pass through Tirano, which is actually in Italy, it's always recommended to carry a passport at hand because you're moving to another country. Uh, you have you can pre-book meals on board as well, but no Indian meal available at the moment. For Swiss Travel Pass holders, they only have to pay the seat reservation cost, um, and they can book the Bernina Express as well. It's a great option, a beautiful panoramic train journey that's definitely recommended for your clients. Once you complete your journey, we come to a conclusion of our trip through Switzerland. So just to keep you updated with some points that you note, you need to always travel with the local currency, the Swiss franc. The Swiss franc is the most accepted currency in Switzerland, whether you're in the big cities or in small towns and villages. In fact, in the small towns and villages, they may not even accept dollars and euros. In the big cities, if they do, then they return the change back in Swiss francs. So better to travel with the local currency as it is. Water is not a problem in Switzerland. There's potable drinking water more or less everywhere. You can fill up your water bottle at any of the fountains or within your hotel or in the hotel room with by the tap. Unless it's mentioned water is not drinkable, you can fill it up anywhere. So all you need is basically an empty water bottle, and you don't have to worry about purchasing mineral water. The SPB app, when you travel with a Swiss Travel Pass, is your friend and companion. It gives you all the information about the routes, the train timings, how do you get from point A to point B, where are the train changes, where are the first class coaches, where are the second class coaches, and it offers other services that you could that could come in handy as well. So whenever you have clients visiting Switzerland, traveling by public transport, always recommend that they download the SBB app. It's a free, of course, download for Androids and iPhone. A lot of food options available, local specialities like fondue, raclette, etc. But you have fast food, Asian food, continental food, as well as Indian food. We have a list of Indian restaurants available on our website, switzerland.com. There are Indian restaurants in all the destinations that I've currently covered, so you can find it on our website as well. Summer, you can rest comfortably. A light jacket, a good pair of walking shoes is a must. In winter, Switzerland is very comfortable. When you're indoors anywhere, whether it's a mountain excursion, a hotel, a restaurant, everything is centrally heated. Only when you're outdoors are you out in the cold, but if you have adequate protection for your hand, your neck, your ears, and a good heavy jacket, no problem at all. Switzerland is one of the most comfortable destinations to travel through during the winter season. And yes, we are at your service. We have our website, switzerland.com, where we have all the information about our travel offerings. We have a LinkedIn page where we keep updating all our activities. You can follow us, Switzerland Tourism India, on LinkedIn. Our Trade Corner has some helpful links and tools. And yes, we have a B2B brochure as well called the Swisspiration magazine that's downloadable from our Trade Corner. It has a lot of information about our various destinations, all the excursions, some insider tips, some unique activities and experiences as well. So if you wish to, you can download it from the Trade Corner as well, or drop an email to me. I'm happy to send you a copy or the link to download the copy again as well. We have a e-learning program. Uh, if you complete the core modules, become a certified Switzerland travel expert by the end of 2026. The top scorers are going to enter into a lucky draw and stand a chance of winning a spot on a fam trip to Switzerland next year as well. And yes, that's me. If you have any questions, queries relating to Switzerland and any of its touristic offerings, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to assist as well. With that, I think I conclude my presentation just in time. So if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them from my end.
Thank you, Amay. I'm sure everybody has got a lot of insights today from you. Dear travel partners, if you have any questions, kindly put them in the chat box and we would be happy to take them over.
रिकॉर्डिंग कर रही है।
अरे पूछ के
अच्छा मैडम को
Swamai, I think your session was pretty informative. Nobody has any questions.
Either they didn't understand anything and are too shy to ask, or it was a really good presentation.
Yeah, it was a really good one. So nobody has any questions, I suppose.
I guess if there is anything, they can just write to me. Is self-drive available, and what is the information regarding Indian driving license? Princeton, how are you? Is this Princeton from this thing, Kerala? So self-drive is pretty much simple in Switzerland. If your license is in English, you have the new format with the chip. Then the Indian license is valid in Switzerland as well. So you can just hire a car through any of your car suppliers and do it. I'm planning a Swiss tour for 18 packs. What would you recommend? Swiss tour, a Swiss pass or coach? So so this is like it's apples to oranges, to be honest. When you have a coach, of course, you have the option of storing your luggage. You have a guide, and it's like somebody who requires to be a handheld experience across Switzerland. But we also have a lot of operators in the market that are offering groups with the Swiss Travel Pass. So the tour guide is more like a concierge, basically. So if you're in Lucerne, you're basically pointed out that hey, with the Swiss Pass you have these three mountains, you can visit them. Of course, if you want to go to Titlis and stuff, you can purchase it from them, and you can do that. And this is the time. This is the time you have to leave. This is the time you have to meet. You have this much time. You can go to any of these things. So it depends on what category of travelers are traveling with you. So if you have senior citizens who need that kind of assistance, then a coach would be recommended. If you have more younger travelers who are not traveling with too much luggage, happy to explore things on their own, then even a Swiss Travel Pass works. If you have a family group, also Swiss Travel Pass would work if there are not too many senior citizens. So it depends on your client. It depends on the type of client, to be honest with you. Do we need the pre-book activities? And yes, you do. What I've noticed at Grindelwald Fierce is that last minute the waiting is really long. So it's always good to pre-book the activities along with the time slot. So if your clients arrive at that time slot, they will be, fast-tracked onto the activities. Otherwise, many a times I've personally gone there and just out of curiosity went to book activities, and I was like 150th or 200th in line, and that takes like 2.5 hours of a wait. So I would recommend pre-booking. If client has Swiss visa, is Swiss I didn't understand that question. Sorry, about the Swiss visa. Swiss visa, less stay in Switzerland can entry from Zurich. I didn't understand that question. I'm sorry. What is the one authentic Swiss experience that every first-time visitor should not miss? Well, that's a good question. That so the first-time traveler always follows the classic Swiss itinerary. Right? They visit Zurich, they visit Lucerne, Interlaken, Titlis, Jungfrau, Rhine Falls. Everything that has made Switzerland popular is the first experience that they should have when they visit Switzerland. You can carry luggage on panoramic trains. The trains have enough space and storage facilities for clients' luggage, so that should not be an issue. Paris 4 nights, Swiss 3 nights. Can you enter into Zurich? You can enter into Zurich, but you will have to take the visa from France. So the rules for applying for a visa is that wherever your client has the maximum night of stay, that is where they apply for the visa from. If he's doing 3 nights Paris, 3 nights Swiss, and entering from Zurich, then you apply from the first point of entry when it's equal night stay. But if it's more nights in one destination and less nights in the other, then you apply for the visa from the destination that you're spending the most time. Otherwise, you get questioned at immigration. Any more questions?
I think we don't have any further questions. Yeah.
I'll go one more. Can you explain first flyer and first glider boarding and departure points? Wait, this is a little bit of a complicated one because the first flyer starts from the summit of Grindelwald first, and then you glide down to the next point, and then I have to get to the names. Sorry. One more question. Which season offers the best balance of experience, pricing, and availability for Indian travelers? See, Switzerland is a 365 days in a year destination. I cannot comment on pricing because that is between you and your suppliers. So the best person to answer that question with regards to pricing would be your suppliers. First flyer is one way down, and Fierce Glider is also. The Fierce Flyer is it takes you from the Fierce station to Schreckfeld station, and First Glider takes you from Schreckfeld station to the next stop. I'm just trying to remember the name. Yeah, Schreckfeld station, back down actually. Yeah. Is the round trip one way and just travel with infants or kids? How can they do? So there is an age limit for the attractions. I think 6 years or something like that. You'll have to check on the website, and you'll get clarity on that. Is Thun stay better than Lucerne economically? Again, depends on the season, depends on the hotel. Right now in the Interlaken region itself, there is a lot of demand for hotels, so it's very hard to find accommodation. So basic demand and supply. Under some circumstances, you might find hotels in Thun a little bit more expensive. Lucerne has more hotel options, so it depends again. As from the pricing perspective, I would not be the right point of contact to advise you. You would have to speak to your suppliers because it depends on, the rates that they have contracted with the hotels. What is the capacity that they deliver, and then accordingly they offer it to you. So then it depends. In October, some of them may have Lucerne at a higher price vis-a-vis Thun. So it completely depends. But October generally tends to be autumn season. Sometimes you do get great prices on hotels in Lucerne as well as in the Interlaken region. How vibrant is Christmas markets in Switzerland? Very, very vibrant. I've experienced them myself. It's surreal. It's very magical when you visit. All the prominent destinations, Montreux, Zurich, uh, they all have some fantastic Christmas markets with great food, great shopping, amazing festive spirits. I would definitely recommend winter travel, especially during the Christmas season, to Switzerland.
Any more questions? I would also like to inform that we will be coming up with a Japan training as well, and we will send you the invites very soon. So we'll be having it in the month of August. I think we have a few more questions here. Which regions are best suited for families traveling with young children?
I mean, all actually. We have an entire page dedicated to barrier-free travel across Switzerland. All mountains for kids under the age of 16 more or less can travel for free, and there are kids play areas everywhere. Even in Grindelwald, Fierce, for example, you have a kids play area. When you go high up, maybe up to Jungfraujoch, top of Europe, as well as Matterhorn Glacier Paradise. For younger kids, maybe under the age of 16, there may not be restrictions, but it's always good to consult your physician before opting for that particular mountain excursion. But under the regular ones, it should not. Even like a Titlis, Pilatus, etc., should not be a problem. And all the mountains on the websites have information about age limits, if there is any requirement, etc. If something needs, any precautions need to be kept. So if you have that plan in place, you can always refer to their websites and you'd get a clearer picture. Titlis's operational dates are mentioned on their website. So they do close a few cable cars for maintenance during the year, but they then run alternative cable cars. So that information is available on their website. And if the weather is really bad and it's very windy, then they sometimes have to close the mountain excursion as well. So that unfortunately is not in their control, but it's very, very, very rare. Usually they close in around November time before the ski season. Exact dates would be on their website. I don't have them at hand right now. Does Titlis one?
Okay. Thank you, Amay, once again.
No problem.
For an insightful and engaging presentation today. And we would also like to thank Swiss Tourism for partnering with SWT Club for conducting this wonderful session and giving us the time. Also, thank you to all our travel partners. On your screen, you have our details. Please join our WhatsApp channel. Also, you can write to us for any Switzerland queries. You can write to us on SWT, ops@swtclub.com. And like I said earlier, we will also be having a Japan training, details of which we will be sharing very soon. And don't forget to join our channel. We have posted the link on the chat box also, and it's there on your screen as well. So please follow our channel and do write to us for any queries that you may have for Switzerland or any other Europe destinations. And SWT Club would be glad to go to you with the best rates. Okay, we are getting few more questions. I think this is the last question that we can take. What are the best shopping areas in Bern for tourists?
The old town of Bern, with its sheltered shopping promenade, is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So you can just walk around the old town, and it's one of the best shopping areas that you can find for various brands, local products, boutique shops, paintings, whatever is in your client's budget. The entire old town is like a shopping street itself.
Okay. So I think that's it. We don't have any further questions. And we can wrap it up with this because I think we've already exceeded our time. But thank you everyone for joining us today, and my thanks you for a really engaging session. And thank you everybody. Have a wonderful day ahead and happy sailing Switzerland. Thank you everyone. Thanks, Amay.
Thank you so much, guys. Pleasure.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Bye.